Life. What was the purpose of it? I had tried it all. Friends, the party life. I thought it would fill that loneliness inside of me, but I just felt even more lonely. I tried religion. I thought it would fill the empty void in my heart. Maybe if I said a prayer, I could know the purpose for my life. I would feel closer to God. But it was pointless. Why waste words praying to a God that clearly did not exist? Religion was cold and lifeless. There was no fulfillment there. This was my life. I had a great job and plenty of money, but even success didn't make me truly happy. I didn't know where else to look. All roads seemed to lead to one place. Nowhere. I found myself in a fog, like maybe even living was not worth the trouble.
Excuse me, sir?
A lady with some kind of paper. Something about God and eternity. Like if she didn't know that I had already tried religion, and just gave me an emptiness just like everything else I've tried. I never gave it a second thought. Then, a few days later, there she was again. Simple coincidence. I still wasn't interested in her little piece of paper. Over the next few weeks, it was like I just couldn't avoid her. She handed me one of those things almost every day. This was getting annoying. Slightly unsettling. I was tired of being bothered, tired of her persistence. Why was she so concerned about me receiving this stupid piece of paper? I didn't want any more religion crammed down my throat. I had had enough. But I just couldn't get away from those two words. They were everywhere I looked. God, eternity. Was there really a life after death? Was there a God out there? Who was he? Did he really even exist? I'd given up all hope of finding a God that never felt real to me, but I couldn't shake off the signs all around me. Maybe there was a God, and maybe he was searching for me. That night, I couldn't sleep. Those words would not leave my mind. God, eternity, God, eternity. I kept thinking of that piece of paper, that concerned and persistent woman who would not leave me alone. What message was she so concerned about me receiving? I'd ignored it for long enough. I messed up enough in my life to know that I wasn't perfect. I was so far from it. But what I never realized before this moment was that even though I was such a wretched sinner, God loved me. His son, Jesus, died for me. Was that the emptiness I've been feeling for so long? The ache in my sinful heart that only Jesus could take away? I knew I had a choice to make that night. Reject the truth on this simple pamphlet, reject the true God and say no to his forgiveness and love, or I could say yes, accept him, trust Jesus alone, and finally be free from this emptiness. Alone in my room, I followed the instructions on this simple paper. and gave purpose to my meaningless life. I chose Jesus. Where was she? I had to find her, to see her one more time, and to thank her for changing my eternal destiny. She didn't even know me. We only saw each other at the station, but she still cared for my soul. She had a vision for the lost. Even though I was so rude to her, she never gave up on me. She knew the power of the gospel and the power of a silent witness. Because of her persistence and concern for the lost, I was able to hear the gospel and get saved. And now, I too have a vision for the lost. That's why I'm sharing to you my story of how I came to know about this powerful message, the gospel of Christ. Brethren, let's all have a vision for the lost and be concerned for their soul, or else they'll perish. And if you never received Jesus as your Savior, you can do so now.